Amonos! Amonos with Ricky Novella. Amonos. Ricky Novella. Don't be a bun. Don't be a bun. Don't be a bun. Amonos!
Oh shit. I was about to play it again. I messed up. I haven't done a podcast by myself in a while. I haven't recorded stuff like this in a minute. Usually we've been doing it with Gil in the new studio. But I didn't want to take another week off. So I decided that, hey, I'm going to do it one. So if it kind of looks weird, camera angle and stuff, just bear with me. I'm still using the GoPro, the old equipment, you know what I'm saying? But today's Father's Day. Happy Father's Day to all the fathers. I'm going to mess with the camera just one more time just because, I don't know, it looks different. Usually it's a different angle. But it's a Father's Day. It was a beautiful day. I spent the day with my dad yesterday. Just because we wanted to party and not have to wake up hungover because we have to work early tomorrow. And this is going to be a quick solo episode today. What else can I say? I actually put out some submissions out of people's questions and people's topics that they wanted me to talk about, and I had some pretty good ones and I had some funny ones. So just it's gonna be a random, fun podcast. And I have to kind of do it a little quick just because I think my laptop is not gonna last long with the battery. I didn't charge it. But hey, I gotta be consistent. I said I'm gonna be more consistent in Instagram. I want to post more stuff, and not take so much days off because you start slacking, dude. Life's been good. Comedy for me is slowing down, but it's okay because I've been writing. The last show I did was really fun. It was at the Green Velvet Room. Shout out to Simon and everyone that put it together for us. It was really fun. I was the last comic, and I had a lot of fun. I had a lot of energy. The way I told Gil, because Gil was on that show too, was my comedy cup was filled again. It's funny because, it's like the love language cup. Your love cup has to get filled. And after the Breyer show, I did a couple more shows, but it's just kind of been a little bit weird. And I'm trying to find the groove again, and I'm working on it little by little. Have new jokes that I'm trying to work and old ones that I'm bringing back to see if I can make them work. And yeah, we're working, we're doing the damn thing. I think what I'm going through is normal. Sometimes some comics need to take a break, and some of them just fucking push through it. And either way, I think it's just depending on your own journey. Your own journey is matter to you because you're your own artist in anything that you want to do, right? Also, because I'm partly lazy, too. I've been a little lazy, not going to lie. But I've been hitting the gym more. I've been trying to focus on the gym. And it feels good. It feels good not to worry about having to go rush to an open mic. Make sure you get there kind of early to sign up so you can be there and not be there the whole fucking night. Yeah. But I want to touch on a topic that's been going a lot lately, right, which is the whole I.C.E here in fucking Los Angeles. Again, I'm not a political genius. I'm not anybody to be like, oh, this is the truth. This is just my opinion, and I'm gonna touch a little bit on it. I'm not gonna spend too much time on it just because I want this to be fun. I want this to be real, but I also feel like it's a topic that I think I can definitely touch on because, my dad did come to the States illegally, but he worked on getting his U.S. citizenship, and, it's not easy. He almost took him like 20 years, I think, to get his fucking citizenship. And I think the whole ICE thing, it fucking sucks because there's a lot of families getting separated. There's people that actually are trying to make a living, and they come here to the United States to get a better life. And I think it's mainly because all they want to do is just what a lot of immigrants are doing right now is they come here, they buy a property in Mexico, and they send money over there so they can get it built, and just go back to retire there. That's all they want to do. That's mainly what they want to do, is come here to the States, make money, and build a home in whatever the hometown. They have a family and they start a family here too. Um, and the thing that I don't like about this whole thing again is that it's starting to make it feel like it's COVID all over again, where it's like you have to pick a side, which is you have to be on the left side or on the right. I feel like a lot of people don't have the reasoning, and the fact that like social media posts a lot of stuff that's like one sided and that's not even true. Because I saw a post, right, that there's some comedians that they look, I think they were cholos or they were part of the hood, I don't know, and they had recorded a music video, and Twitter was using their video stating that Compton head gangs, like the head gangs of the gang, right? They were gonna put a hit on people that were rioting, which is not even. I don't think it's true because I know some of those guys, and they're like, what the fuck, like wouldn't it become head leaders of Compton, and that's the whole misinformation about like social media, and it makes everybody tense. It's been a tense few weeks since the whole ICE thing, since the whole like everybody Trump. A lot of people are turning against Trump. I was neither a fan of Trump nor fucking Kamala Harris, and letting you guys know that right now. Um, but to go back on the ICE raids, it just sucks because they've hit a lot of areas around where I live, very close, and a lot of them just like people going to work, dude. People going to work, thinking I still gotta make money, I gotta go out there, and I can't not go to work. And I hate I hate the fact that it's just more Latino based, right? There's a whole thing about the Latino immigrants. They send them all back, but there's a bunch of different immigrants here, And I'm not saying that they need to go and take care of the other immigrants, right? But I just think obviously the United States was founded by immigrants, and I think like how boring would it be if there wasn't any immigrants in the United States? Imagine that, dude. Like obviously, like right now, people that are getting deported, like from the farms, like Trump right now is fucking being like, oh fuck, I can't deport the farmers. No one wants to work those fucking shitty jobs, and it's not. I don't want to say shitty. They're very difficult jobs to do. My dad would tell me stories about like those working on the fields. It's not easy, dude. It's not easy for that little bit of money. Um, Building construction, like they're taking a lot of construction workers out, and you're seeing like I'm seeing videos. I'm telling you, I don't know how true this is, but this is what I'm seeing is that they're showing like properties that are being built without any Latinos, and it's like Americans, and some of those properties are not getting built fast enough. You know what I'm saying? Like they're just fucking around. They're working way too slow, and I don't know, man. It's 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 hard to believe on some of the shit that people are posting, right? Um, it makes people go on off edge. I think I feel like that's what I feel like when I've been looking at social media, where people are saying like, and it's not. I'm saying it's not directed to me, but if you're not picking a side, right? Like you're helping the other side. And yeah, I posted some of my stuff saying like fuck ICE, you know, but I mainly wanted to do it here because fuck it, I have my own podcast and I can do it, right? Um, but it makes people go very on edge. It made the whole week and maybe it's gonna be the whole month because supposedly they're gonna be here for a whole month of fucking June. Um, keep hearing that they're like just racially profiling people, and it kind of makes you think like, fuck, maybe they can get me. You know, I'm an American, but they can get me because I just look brown. I look Mexican. You know, how many people actually got fucking picked up that were American citizens, and they had to just prove it that they were, and they get sent back. You know, like they get back to go home and shit. I don't know, but fuck ICE, fuck Trump, fuck all what's going on right now. I think people don't think that like immigrants coming here because there's some immigrants that get help from the government, and there is some immigrants that don't, that they don't even ask for help. They just work very fucking hard, and they get taxed. They don't even reap the benefits of getting taxed, like Social Security, anything like that. And it's sad, bro, because even like there's ever since these old fucking assholes, no Taco Man on the like corner of my streets. The ones that are out, the ones that fucking suck, and the Jack in the Box by my house has been so fucking packed at night because there's no Taco Man close by. You don't hear the Lotte Man, you don't hear the Paletero Man. It's fucking Sunday League Soccer is canceled. There's no fucking Sunday League Soccer games. No one. They hit the Swami, dude. And that's another controversial thing because they're saying, like I said, I don't know. I don't fact check my stuff. This is what I see on social media, that supposedly the CEO, or not the CEO, the manager of the Swami, right, is a white guy, and he's a Trump supporter, and he let ICE in while he told the vendors that he was not gonna allow ICE in. And it sucks because like there's a lot of Latinos that go to the Swami, and vendors trying to make a living, and ICE popped up. And then the Swami did come out with a statement saying that they didn't let ICE in, that the ICE decided just to still go in and just take people. Which is fucking weird because there was a soccer game at SoFi Stadium yesterday, and there was I guess nobody got picked up. I have no fucking idea. And they're gonna be at every fucking soccer game that's happening, the international soccer games that are happening over the summer of the Gold Cup. Just, I don't know, man. That shit. I think we should be able to let immigrants in, especially if they're trying to better themselves for their life. Because I know a lot of people, that's what they do, you know. But the thing is too, like, some paisanos, dude, they're like, nah, I don't need to get my papers. Nothing's gonna happen to me. ¿Qué va a pasar? Nada. And they don't go to try to get their papers or do their due diligence of trying to receive that. I don't know. I just hope it stops, because honestly, it's just affecting. It's gonna affect everything. I think everything's gonna be expensive. There's gonna be a lot of things not finished. I don't know. But I also think dude, I saw the protest yesterday around my neighborhood too, which is fucking awesome. It was a peaceful protest. People with their signs, people honking, and showing their love to the Latino community. And I think a lot of them have been peaceful, but the thing is, like, I think it's always around like LA that where there's vandalism, there's shit going on, and I don't think that's good, and people are going to say, well, protesting is, like, peaceful protest can sometimes turn into like a violent protest, which I don't agree. I know there's some people that don't even support the cause, that just go and fuck it up for everybody else. And I also think that the government puts people to go fuck up the peaceful protest, in a sense where they're like, start looting and start writing, because you seen it in the Black Lives Matter, that it was like undercover cops or undercover agents doing that and making them look bad. And it's happening now too, because they're saying that some of those protests were not even like, or the violent protest was from like other protests. And obviously, like, social media is in real time, and a lot more stuff, a lot of more information goes out um quicker than before. But how accurate is that? Especially with AI, like, there's a lot of AI stuff that can be made up. Like, I don't know. The peaceful protests, I'm for it, but there's some things that vandalism, burning the American flag. I don't think burning the American flag is. I don't like that. And the only reason why I don't like it is because my brother, he served in the Navy. He's a veteran, um, and I feel like that is a big disrespectful. It's a disrespectful action towards the people that serve the country, the people that bled for this country that, like, passed away. That's my opinion. That's my opinion. I don't think burning the American flag changes anything. Stepping on it, none of that. And then waving like a different country's flag around, like, that should show it. I hate when people are like, well, if you're waving around the Mexico flag, then why don't you go back to it? It's like, nah, fool. Like, we're just showing our blood, our culture. Like the same way that people can wear the Confederate flag, wave the Confederate flag. It's you know, but all I gotta say is fuck ICE, fuck ISIS, fuck Vanilla Ice, fuck Ice Spice, fuck all those motherfuckers, and just be positive. Try to be positive through this time, because I know this is probably affecting a lot of people. You know, try to help out what like the organizations that can help out immigrants, get people back. I don't know. Those fucking Latinos for Trump too. They're there's some of them that Latinos for Trump that are saying deport immigrants when they have their own record. You know what I'm saying? And I get people make mistakes. People do stupid shit sometimes. But I don't know. I'm bored of this this topic already. I think I had to say what I had to say, and I think the only change that can happen is if we don't vote Republican or Democrat. I think a new party has to come out to try to undo the shit that's been going on for years. But I don't see it happening, honestly. I don't see it happening where some other party gets picked up and can change things around. Cause I think there's a lot of people like me that think in the middle, where they can agree with some things on both sides and not feel some type of way about not being fully committed to one. Cause there's some things that the Democrats do, I'm like, I don't know, and there's some things that the Republicans do, I'm like, fuck no. But it is what it is, and that's why this is America's a great country, because you're able to make your own decisions. You don't have to follow one thing. But anyways, I'm gonna go to the topics. I had a few people like, so one big topic that I put out was do you put fruit in your macaroni salad? The only reason I said this because my dad's wife made macaroni salad, and she put pineapple in it, and that's a first. I'm pretty sure that, like, people do put fruits in their macaroni salad, but I had a vote on this thing, and I think it was like 2 yeses and the rest were no. It was like 90% people said no. Um, I just don't like fruits in some of the, like, macaroni salad. Like, I get it. You put ham, like like kind of like the Hawaiian style macaroni, but I've seen ham, like pieces of ham with the macaroni, corn, but like fruit. I don't know. Like a fruit salad, I get it. Maybe like an actual salad, like a veggie salad. Put some fruits in that bitch. That probably tastes a little better than macaroni salad. And there's no disrespect to stepmom, you know what I'm saying? But still, like, it just didn't fly with me, dude. I fucking kept eating pineapple in my fucking macaroni. I just couldn't stand it. I think a lot of people agree with me. Maybe tuna salad. You put tuna. I know they do like ceviche with like some fruits, like mango or pineapple maybe, but I don't know, man. Macaroni salad shouldn't have fruits in it, dude. Shouldn't. But I don't know. I wouldn't do it. Fuck, no, it's like pineapple on pizza, dude. I don't put pineapple on my pizza. Some people do pineapple and pepperoni. Makes no sense to me. But no. Fuck ice. Fuck fruits and macaroni salad. All right. Um, somebody did say talk about men's mental health. It is June. Also followed with Pride Month. It's Men's Mental Health Month, and as I got older, I felt like I started to understand how to deal with some of my emotions. I think younger, right? Younger Ricky, before he started doing comedy, I felt that pressure of having to be successful, which means like going to school, having a good job, having a car, living on your own, you know? And I also think social media had like an effect on that, you know, especially during that time where it's like people were showing off what like how successful they were. But I didn't deal with that very well, you know? I kind of just moped around and kind of like, what the fuck? I don't know what I want to do. Like this shit's not working. Like I'm not where I want to be. And you know, many people can give their own answer to that, right? Some people are like, "Oh, I just stopped being a bitch and I just fucking worked hard for my stuff." And some people just had to kind of figure it out differently. I was one that um I couldn't say how I felt if I was feeling like depressed or feeling like in a funk. And especially with like parents, you know, cuz you don't want to worry your parents or worry your family. Sometimes you can't even like describe it, you know? And I would talk to I would talk my ear off, like the ears off of my friends, you know. I would tell my friends like, yo, I don't know, man, I just can't figure out what's wrong. I can't figure out what's wrong, and I couldn't figure it out. And I think a lot has to do with you have to like as men, like we try to think that like we have to be macho, that we have to be um quiet about our feelings and just push through it. Be a man, and fucking deal with what you have. And I don't think that's right. I think that if you're feeling some type of way, if you're feeling sad, if you're feeling mad, to acknowledge those feelings, right? But don't dwell on it too much. Acknowledge it. Ask yourself why, and figure out what you can do to get out of that funk. You know, because it took me some time to kind of like figure out some things to do. Like hitting the gym was one thing. I was hitting the gym constantly, especially when I was feeling like depressed, or I would push myself to go to the gym and count that little win and say, I did it, right? Journaling. I think journaling, having a conversation with your own thoughts. I've talked about this probably before in previous episodes, but it is Men's Mental Health Month, and journaling does a lot of wonders to people. It did a lot of wonders for me, and I think if you just have a conversation with yourself, even if you just record a conversation with yourself, I used to do that too sometimes. I was driving home and I just fucking felt like, I gotta talk to somebody, but I just don't want to bug anybody. I would record myself, talk about what's going on, and it made me feel better. Also like speaking things into existence of what you want. There's something about somebody told me this, right? It was another comedian. Um, when you speak things out, right, your brain automatically like hears you, and it can boost you up or boost you down depending what you say, right? So the reason why I'm bringing this up because we were doing a show in the backyard, and and that comic was telling me, bro, you got to bring this up, you know, like bring the energy up, bring it, you know. People are not like really paying attention. We need to get the crowd, you know, grab them by the balls, you know. And I said, I can try. And he said, no, don't say that. Say you're going to, because your brain automatically is thinking like, I don't think I can do it. But if you say, I am going to do this, I am gonna go to the gym today. I am gonna have fun tonight. I am gonna be happy. I'm gonna be successful. That's a different setup. You know what I mean? And oh fuck, I don't know if I can 13%. I think I can save it. Okay. Mental health. I think just trying to find someone you can talk to can help. Mental health. And like people around too, just kind of like I don't know, cause some people can't handle the conversations of like hearing people sad or depressed. It is draining after a while trying to kind of hear somebody's problems and they're not really like trying to make a change. But man, allow yourself to feel feelings. It's okay. And if a woman in your life, when you try to vent to them about feeling vulnerable, feeling weak, if they don't accept you for that, then they shouldn't, because I know there's some women out there that don't like hearing their men's problems, like, oh, he has to be strong for me and he's showing weakness. Like, no, we need a shoulder sometimes, especially from a significant other that we have been with for a while, being able to lean on that significant other, especially a woman. Like, I think if you're in a relationship and you're feeling, as a man, feeling sad and your girl's there to pick you up, dude, keep her, dude. Keep her. But I don't know. Being Mexican and feeling some type of way about mental health, like I think we just grew up like parents kind of don't allow their kids to speak about what they feel because they weren't allowed to do it. And some of them break the cycle. Like my dad, I think he definitely broke the cycle of how he grew up and how he talks to me about things. He just listens to me, analyzes things. I feel like my father's very wise, and can very interpret things when I need him to. But let's get to these other topics. That was a good one. That person. I hope I gave my insight on mental health, men's mental health. We all go through the shit. I made notes for these things, but sometimes the fucking notes that I write are fucking Jesus Christ. I wrote these really quick. Yeah. It's all mental health stuff. So somebody put for me that what advice I'd give myself like now, advice I would give myself now before I started, or like when I started comedy. And I still think that there's a lot to learn from comedy, but I think there's something that I can tell myself and any like newcomer that is definitely just go out there and not give a fuck. And I'm not saying not give a fuck about like what you're saying, is who cares about the people, like especially comics, right? When you're just there doing like open mics with comics, that's the one that like kind of fucked you up a little bit, because sometimes comics aren't even paying attention to you. And I think I wish I would have had that, just not care and have more fun. Because I feel like when I'm having more fun on stage now and like just fucking going into, I had a rant about me like getting my ass eaten out. I just fucking went in, and that wasn't even a joke. I was like, I'm just fucking talk about it, and just fucking boom, 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 made people laugh. And I was like, maybe I can talk about this, but everybody, there's like one thing that everybody talks about, like the sexual stuff. But I just gave my opinion and try to make it relatable. And yeah, dude, would I do it again? Probably not, dude. But the joke was that it happened, and I was in. I was already in. I was not gonna be able to pull out, and they did it, and I just was there for the ride, dude. I enjoyed the ride, and I see why some people like it, some people don't. I still don't think I'm a big fan of it, but to each their own. Somebody put what else did this fool? You got $5 to eat. What are you gonna get? Not homemade. $5. There's not a much that you can get with $5 now, But if I could, I'd probably go get tacos from tacos. I'd probably get like 3 tacos depending where I go. Um, Probably Jack in the Box. Get some Jack in the Box tacos. McDonald's. McDonald's has some pretty good value stuff. It's just, dude, you can't really get much for $5 anymore. Like even a bag of chips and a drink is like almost fucking $5. But it has to go fast food. But if I really, really, really was like, maybe Taco Bell, dude. Taco Bell, you can get some fucking cheap tacos there too, soft tacos. Dude, you need at least like $10 now to get kind of full and something not too bad. Cause even a combo now is like more than $10. But if I'm going on a fucking value menu thing, um, somebody put, why do you love Joe Rogan? I don't feel like I love Joe Rogan, but I do like him. I like his podcast. I think he's very in the middle. I think he's not. Well, I don't know why now, because this fool's going to church and he's like hanging out with Elon Musk and like Donald Trump. He's starting to go to church, and he was like a big like person that was against church. Oh, I gotta sneeze, but I don't love Joe Rogan. I was gonna say Donald Trump, but Joe Rogan is just. I enjoy his podcast. I enjoy his commentary so much too on the UFC. I've never really seen his stand up. I can't say that I like his stand up because I've never seen it. But him being a commentator on the UFC, fucking awesome. And sometimes some of the podcasts, because he it's not just one sided, dude. He's never one sided. He's more of a logical thinker, and I think that's why I agree with him the most. But I don't love him though. I like him. I respect him. This guy also said favorite gay experience. I have not had one yet, but I can't share that on the podcast. Anorexia or bulimia? I don't know. These both sound bad. I like to eat. I don't want to throw up. I fucking hate throwing up. I'm the worst person that throws up, Starving myself? I'd rather just starve myself. I think that's what bulimia? Yeah, bulimia. I fucking don't know the difference between. Even if I Google it, right? This is fucking. It's gonna take too long, and I don't have much battery left on this fucking laptop because I didn't charge it. So this is gonna go a little faster than I expected. But both suck. I like to eat, but if I would rather starve, I'd rather no. But I'm horrible at throwing up. That's why I wouldn't want to just stuff myself and just fucking throw up. I'd rather just not eat. I just say it's like a long fucking intermittent fasting. Yeah, dude. It's not funny, It's not funny making fun of people with eating disorders, but I wouldn't want to choose eating disorder. If I could choose something as like or make something up as like eat so much and not fucking gain weight. How about that? Let's just pick that. Eat so much and not gain weight. My fucking have a fast metabolism for the rest of my life, right? Both fucking suck though, dude. This is gonna be a quick one. Salvadorian or Mexican tamales, tortas or burgers. I like tortas, but I think I'd rather eat a burger. Pozole a menudo. I love pozole. Pozole for me is better. The menudo sometimes that stomach hive thing, whatever, is not my favorite, but I eat it. Worst date in the world with your dream girl or best date in the world with somebody you hate? I think I would rather have the best date in the world with somebody that I hate than the dream girl, because or maybe I don't know. Actually, I changed my mind, because it could be the worst day in the world and be my dream girl, and then she just gives me another chance, and then we fucking boom hit it off well, and then we hit another date. So I would pick that one. Stubbing my toe or step on a Lego. Fuck, dude. I think step on a Lego. Step on a Lego sounds better than fucking stubbing my toe. That shit hurts, dude. Both hurt, but Lego, I think I'd be able to handle Lego better. Chuck Taylor's or Vans? Vans. Costco or Sam's Club? Costco, bro. Costco's better than Sam's Club in my opinion. This is almost the same thing. El Super Superior, Northgate, or Cardenas? Cardenas. Vallarta. I'm picking a different one because that one's closer to where I live. That's the closest one. Tacos or pupusas? Tacos all day, bro. I was talking to someone about that, about pupusas. I like pupusas, but I wouldn't go out of my way to go get pupusas. I'll go out of my way to get tacos. And to do the last one, I thought this was fucking funny as fuck. somebody, the same person that asked me why do I love Joe Rogan so much and my gay experience, said rank my exes. I'm not gonna say any names. I'm not gonna say any names. Um, I will. I will do. And the thing is, like, I think I can't really do high school through like after high school. There's not many. I don't really count middle school relationships because we were kids, and I remember telling that to one of my exes from middle school. She's like, "Geez, what? You don't believe that?" So I was nothing. I was like, "No, but we're fucking kids, bro. Like, couldn't even think. The only thing I think about my middle school relationship was fucking making out and shit, you know." But let me see. I gotta think in my head. I think it was 4. I think I had 4 exes from like high school to like now 4. And I dated and I was like, doing my thing, but dated officially together. I'm just gonna give so we'll just do 4, okay? And I want to say the first letter of the name and maybe give a brief description of why, but I'm not gonna mention names. So we'll go to the last. I think the last one would be L. She was cool, but there was just no way we were gonna be able to be together for a long time. So L would be 4th. It was fun, but I don't think longevity. Like, we broke up because we had to. 3rd would be M, and that was like the first high school sweetheart lover thing, right? And I think it was nice while I was with that person, but it wouldn't work out. We went to 2 different schools, and we weren't gonna see each other often. And I'm pretty sure she was dating somebody when like towards the end of our relationship, so she's 3rd. But it was nice because it was like the high school sweetheart shit. 2nd would be J. J because she was a really nice girl. Really, really nice. Her family was cool as fuck. And I had to break up with her because, I think we wanted 2 different things. But she was really good. There was no problems with that person. No problems at all. No problems at all. And, yeah, she's happy. She has 2 kids. She lives on the other side of the country, and good for her, But the first one I think would be S, because S, even though we went through a lot, we both made each other miserable during the time we were gonna break up. But it was a lot of fun. A lot of people said we made a nice couple. A lot of great memories, and yeah, that would be my first. That would be one. So if anybody knows, everybody hears it, and my ex is gonna be fucking crazy. I don't know. I just thought it was funny. This fool made me laugh when he said, rank your exes. I was like, all right, bet. But I'm not going to say names, so I'll give the first letter. And, yeah, dude, fucking, I'm glitching, dude. Okay, so I got to wrap this up because I think my fucking laptop's going to die. So, thank you for listening to another episode of Amonos Working Area. We'll be back next week. I just wanted to get this quick episode out so we be back on the consistency of this podcast. So, enjoy. Yeah.